What's going on, YouTube? Today I've got in front of me the Galaxy A5 2017, and I've spent about 48 hours with this device, and I have to say I'm extremely impressed with this for being a budget device. This thing is super snappy. I haven't seen any lag on it yet whatsoever. I've played high-end games like Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Asphalt Extreme. I've internet browsed like crazy on here, YouTube, everything, and I am loving this for being a budget phone. I haven't had any problems or hiccups. The build quality is supreme. It's got the metal and glass design on it, and it's just looking really nice. It's very stealthy. Now, I wanted this in the blue mist color, but they only had it in black in my area, so I wound up getting that shiny black. And let me tell you, this is a major fingerprint magnet. Fingerprints all over this thing easily. So that's one thing I don't like about it. But one thing I have to note is that the speaker on this, it's not the best, but it's in a good position. So when you're holding it in landscape, you're not going to block it. It's just in a very good position. So we got our power button on the side here, and we got our volume rockers. These are nice and tactile, nice clicky buttons, no problems there. And then we got a nice clicky home button as well, which also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Now, this does have the backlit back key and multitasking key, so that's nice. And then on the bottom here, we got our 3.5mm headphone jack and our USB Type-C charging port. Now, this is awesome because usually on a budget phone, you're not seeing USB Type-C. So this is a nice step up with the USB Type-C. And then you got your, I believe it's the SIM tray on the top and your micro SD card slot here. So that's nice as well. And it's a nice, clean design. Your camera is actually recessed in the back glass panel, as well as your flash. They're both recessed. And I have to say, this is an excellent camera. The video that I put up yesterday was actually shot on the Galaxy A5 camera, and that was the S7 Edge versus the LG G6 benchmark battle. So if you want to check out the video performance of the Galaxy A5 2017, go check out that video. I'll put a card up here so you guys can click on it and check out that video. So one thing I want to note is that this looks a lot like the regular S7 of last year, just with a little bit broader forehead and chin. So here I have the S7 Edge from last year, and the design language is very similar. It's got a very premium feel to this budget handset, which is awesome. It's something that we're not seeing very often in the budget market, the glass and metal unibody design. So that's something that's really eye-catching, and it's really nice at this price point. Now, one thing I want to note, this has a 3000 milliamp hour battery with a power sipping CPU. So, I mean, this is going to vary user to user. I usually get really good battery life on my phones, but this one right here, yesterday, it was on battery for 15 hours and 26 minutes, 18 seconds. So you can see I had 6% battery left, and you can see all the apps that were using the battery. So I was doing some heavy gaming and lots of Chrome and Antutu benchmarking and stuff. Look at how long the battery lasted. 10 hours, 2 minutes, and 48 seconds with 6% remaining. I've never seen anything like that. Like, it's just phenomenal. So this is the best battery life I've ever got out of any phone, except for the Huawei GR5. Not necessarily on that one for screen on time, but standby time is amazing on that phone. It's the best standby time I've ever seen. So for a budget phone, this is awesome. Like, there's no complaints. They got the game launcher on here, like you're seeing on your Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. The Galaxy S8 has that. In your camera app, you got your little you can turn on your floating camera button. That's something we were only seeing on the S8 until now. So we got the floating camera button. So that's nice for taking selfies, or just if you don't want to stretch your thumb every time to hit the shutter button. And then we also got always on display and fast charging built into this phone. So those are both high-end flagship specs that we have on this phone now. Now this has the Exynos 7880 octa-core processor, and it's got 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage. So that's a nice added bonus at this price point. And one thing I also want to note is that it feels like you're using the regular Galaxy S7 from last year. You'll never notice any lag on this, and I mean, it's just phenomenal. Now this is a 2017 phone, so in my mind we should be running Android 7.0. However, look at that, Android 6.0.1. So it's a little bit behind on the Android version, which, I mean, it's not really a bad thing. We got the same notification shade pretty well as Nougat, and the same general settings as we get in Nougat. So it's not really a bad thing, but I would like the battery performance increases that we get on Nougat. Now, overall, this phone was definitely worth the price. It's definitely worth going for if you don't want to spend the big money on the S7. It's not going to beat your S7. I'll give it that. Like, it's a budget phone. It's got budget specs as far as hardware goes, but it is a very worthy budget phone. It's nearing on flagship status. So this has been my 48-hour impressions of the 2017 Galaxy A5. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and stay posted for my full in-depth review of the Galaxy A5. I'll be benchmark battling this phone and just going all in, showing you guys what this phone's actually capable of. Now, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.